G'day, welcome to Dean's English Speaking Channel. Today we're gonna talk about good news. Please describe a piece of good news you heard from others. You should say what it was when you received this news, how you received this news, why you feel it was good news. In our day-to-day life, we hear a lot of news from others. Some are good and some are not so good. Here I would like to talk about a news which I heard from my neighbors. The news was that an international level sports stadium is going to open in my hometown. About 6 months ago, as I was walking in a park near my home, I saw some neighbors standing in a group and discussing something. I joined them and came to know that they were talking about this stadium. As it is, the sports facilities in my hometown are not so good and the young people do not have a place to develop their sporting talent. Many young people who are serious to do sports as a career have joined academies in Beijing and Shanghai. If there will be such facilities locally, then many more youngsters would be encouraged to do sports regularly. I feel it is a good news because we are leading sedentary lives. There is hardly any physical activity. Obesity has become a common problem among the people, especially young children. The youth is going towards drugs and other such vices. An NGO, run by some big shots of my hometown, have donated 2 acres of land for this project. Our local government has got the approval for this and is being very proactive for fetching funds for this project. This stadium would have an underground car parking to accommodate 500 cars. The construction work has already started. The stadium would have a seating capacity of 5,000. It would have covered seating areas also. There would be changing rooms for the sportsmen and washrooms for the public. There would be drinking water facility at regular intervals. There would also be surveillance cameras all over, so that no untoward incidents happens. If people know they are being watched, then they refrain from doing antisocial things such as petty crime. There would be lights run by solar energy. The stadium would be so well lit even at nights that sports could be played there 24 hours 7 days. Okay, let's go to part 3 with a few more abstract questions. 1. How do people share good news? People share good news in many ways. They just tell each other face to face. They also use social media like Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp. They also call the other person and tell about any good news. They write emails also for this purpose. 2. Why do people share news on social media, and is it good to share news on social media? Social media is a quick and time-saving platform for sharing news. People just have to post one message, and it reaches a very wide audience instantaneously. I generally don't see any harm in sharing something on social media. However, it should be done privately with one's family and friends instead of publicly. 3. How does modern technology affect the delivery of information? It affects in many ways. It has made the delivery of information instant. You just update your status on Facebook or WhatsApp and all your friends and group members are reached at once. 4. Should the media only publish good news? Definitely not. I think it's important to publish both. Nowadays a lot of media just focuses on crime and disasters, as they get them better TRP. Fair media should depict both the positive and negative stories, so that viewers can get a better image about what's happening in the world. 5. When do people share good news? People share good news when they want their near and dear ones to know what good has happened to them. For example, if anyone becomes a parent, he wants to share this news with everyone. If anyone buys a new home or a new car, then he wants his friends and relatives to know about that. If anybody clears an exam or gets a new job, he wants others to know about it. 6. What kinds of good news have you received before? I have received many kinds of good news. I received the good news that my cousin was blessed with a baby girl. I also received the good news that my cousin had topped in his 8th grade exam. 7. What kind of good news do people like to hear? People like to hear good news about any achievements of their friends and relatives, any celebrity visiting their town or city, any festival celebration, and any new movie released of their favorite actor or actress. People also like to hear any new developmental projects that have been sanctioned for their community or city. 8. Most people like to share good news. Yes, it's human nature. We are social beings and sharing good news with others give us happiness. However, a lot of time people do not share the negative things in their life, and this leads to problems like depression and loneliness. 9. People like to hear good news from their friends. In most cases, yes. However, sometimes it can lead to jealousy. For example, if two friends are preparing for the same exam, and one clears it while the other doesn't, the friend who failed might not be so welcoming to hear the good news of the other friend. It's human nature.